There's a Samsung power supply charger. This is for mobile charger, actually for the Samsung small USB, you can see, and it's not working. What I doubt is there is an LED inside which is giving a light over here sometimes, as I see some with somebody, but this has been come, it's not working. I'm just going to show you how it is. This is a nice 2-pin type holder type of plug is there for this charger. So we are going to use it and we are going to test it with a phone. I'm just putting it in my Enju, but it is not charging. As you can see, there is no charging indicator over here. Indication is not coming, as well as it's not switching on the phone, so it means that this charger has no power. It should come power over here. And what is the easiest way to check for this one? Sometimes as this cable is going bad, especially with these connections somewhere over here close to, because people are there just putting it off from the phone, and some people are very much crazy also with their items, with their phones and with their chargers. They are just breaking this inside, so this is also sometimes is the case. So very easy way to find this, either this is bad over here or this is bad inside. You have to use some way like this cable, because USB connection is there, 2 connectors are there USB, so we have to put it in and then test with this one either the charger is working or not. But I checked it, this power supply is bad, it was not working, it was not giving any power. Also the LED is not coming. I don't know the LED is there or not, but in some chargers, as I see, this whole thing is glowing, what I doubt. Okay, so such a unit we are going to open this on the table. I will have to put it, because there is no screw, you can see nothing is there. So the only way is you have to break it off, break it down, and then remove the circuit from the inside and check it if it will come. Either we will be able to repair it, or maybe we will not be, because if the components like transistor FET and IC switch mode, they are going bad, we cannot repair it because they are not normally not available, or either if they are available, they are very much expensive. So in such a situation, the repair is not successful, it will be a failed repair. But we are going to check it inside. Sometimes there are small components are bad, so we can replace those. Now I'm going to break it down using a screwdriver and a hammer, or your plier, even your plier can do as a hammer. So we are going to break it down. As you can see, it broke down. Care is required in such a situation that we should not break the circuit inside. If the cover is going to be broken, it's not a problem, because it should be minimum repaired. So a broken repaired thing is even better than defective power supply or something like that. So by this way, as you can see, we just broke it off, and we are going to remove this circuit from. Care is required, because components we should not break, otherwise this will be useless. So this side, sometimes there are small tiny components you should take care of. I'm just using my screwdriver and my fingers, how to remove it from, like this. It came off. Yeah, of course there is light I can see over here for the illumination. I mean, there is LED inside over here. These 2 wires are going to, and that is of course not coming. So some way, if I can see, these are the 220 volt connections here, and if I remove this glue from, I will be able to see inside what is there. So very basic components. You can see a resistor is there. This is a fusing resistor I can think about, because this is in the primary side, it is coming. So they put some glue. We should have to get rid of this glue because underneath we are going to repair. We are interested in the components which had been failed or something like that. So okay, most probably these resistors, fusing resistors, they are normally going, so we should have to check for that. And there is of course a bridge rectifier, I can see, so I will have to remove this glue from a very much tiny bridge rectifier. Okay, the way is to test this thing. We have to check voltage on this capacitor. We have to check DC voltage while we are switching on. So care is a must. Take care, because this is 220 volt AC you are working with. So care is a must. And we should have to put this thing in the power, and then we'll check it whether power is coming or not. So grabbing my multimeter, and I'm going to show you how to on which range you have to check, because this is for the beginners. This video intention is for beginner. You have to put your meter red probe on the voltage and black on the common, and these two we are not using. And here you have to put your meter on the DC voltage. If you have automatic meter like this, you should have to put on DC voltage, then it is an auto range. And if you have a non-automatic type of digital multimeter, you should have to select some range more than 220 volt, 250 volt or something like that, because we are working on 220 volt. So you have to check it. I mean, you have to put the meter on some range. First you have to check power over here. So for that I am putting my meter on AC voltage. So the power should come over here on minimum in this socket. The power should come. So it is 214 volt I can get on the meter. So power is there. We have to put this thing in power, and then DC voltage we will check over here. I'm taking care for my hands because now it's powered. Meter I have to put in front of you so that you can see the voltage. Here we are going to check the voltage, the DC voltage. The meter is on DC, of course, and now I am going to check DC voltage over here, and you can see .300 volt is coming over here, meaning to say the rectifier, the fuse, everything is okay, but voltage is not coming in the output side where we will go to check further. But for that we are going to remove this circuit from the power, and then looking at the circuit what is bad in. But first you should have to take care with this capacitor, because this will be charged. We have to discharge it. We have to check the voltage. The voltage had been removed from, now 4 volt it is showing. Anyhow, we can touch it and discharge it. And then later on we have to see for the bad components. One problem I can see over here, and that is what is, just I have to point it. Here is a residue of the soldering. You can see in these two pins it had been catched by these two pins. There is a soldering drop I can see. So in such a situation I'm sure that if we will clean it, even it will not work, because this chip had been gone by shorting these two pins. Okay, we have to clean this one. So by this way it had been removed from, and then we will check inside. We are going to check this circuit again with the power, either now it is working or not. We removed that drop from the IC pins. So still no output. I cannot see any power, any output over here. So it means something bad, something is bad. I mean, this IC had been short circuited or something like that happened with this circuit. So it will not come on again. So this is, but the thing is, what we can do is, we have another opportunity. We can use this cable, because probably this cable will be good, we can shift this cable to some other charger which have a bad cable, and then that charger or that power supply will come to life again using this cable. So it was, you can say, a fail repair on this charger. I checked this circuit, everything almost. I checked the discrete components like this diode, and here is the rectifier, this capacitor, everything is good, but still the power supply is not coming to on. This diode is also good. Here is the IC, which is the switch mode IC, including the FET for the switching. That seems to be bad, but unfortunately they rubbed the number from this IC. Even we cannot replace it. If it was there, even it was difficult to replace, because such ICs are not available, or they are very expensive, more than this circuit price. So this is not feasible to repair such a circuit. The one way we can do is we have to shift this cable to this other charger, which is of course for my Inju, but its USB cable is bad. So we are going to do one thing. This circuit is good, this charger is good itself, the power supply. We are going to shift this cable. So for this, as I open this one, and from here the USB, I have to put a little force on and remove this PCB from here, and here we will locate the points where we have to solder this cable, which we will bring from here. So this is the cable we are going to remove it from. Desoldering is required actually. Using my soldering iron, I have to desolder this cable. This black one is of course the negative one, and this red one is for positive. So this one I am going to desolder it from. As you can see, I just desolder this cable from, and this one we will put it in the garbage. And here this cable we are going to connect it to the newer one. So what we can do is we can make a hole. So where we have to make a hole is, you can see here is the grooves. Here are the grooves. These two are the grooves inside where the circuit will be put in. So we can make a hole somewhere over here. So I'm going to make a hole over here. So the side way the cable will come off, some way like this the hole should be. There is no beauty required actually. Even it is not bad, you can see. So we will have to put this cable in. If it will not come, we will cut this thing. Okay, we are trying it. So some way like this it should be. And if we force it inside, but it seems difficult to me. So what we can do is we can have to cut this thing apart from. Using my pliers, I have to cut this thing from. The only cable we will put it in, and we'll make a knot so that it will tie it inside. So this grommet part, just I'm going to cut it. As you can see, it had been removed from, and now I can put this cable inside some way like this. The charger is black and the cable is white. It's not seems much difference for me. It is okay, accept it. So what we can do is, you can see this cable is bad over here and here also. So we will cut this cable somewhere over here. Both we should have to cut and remove the insulation from. The conductor quality is not bad. So some way like this. These conductors are important for the charging, because normally the Chinese bad quality chargers, they are putting very thin cables which are not having such capacity, such current carrying capacity, and they are not appropriate in the size for carrying 2 amperes or 1 ampere full load current for the charger. So then charging current depleted, and then the phone is not charging well. So this is the main problem. Now as you can see, just I put a note over there. I don't know whether it will be good or not, but I'm going to, because if the circuit will not go in, this nut will be a problem. Then we will see for the other opportunity. Sometimes if the components will come in the way, this nut will not work, but we are going to give a look, and by this way we will put it in the circuit. And in the groove I have to put it in, and of course this is coming in the way, so some way like we have to remove this nut from will be better. We will not jiggle on this one, so then it will be secured in properly. So now you can see it is good. Even if we have some USB cable, we can put it in, and also this cable will work, and this is not coming off as it had been secured in. So by this way we will solder this thing. Should have to remove it and solder the cable with. So now I'm going to clean my tip, soldering iron tip, because I just cut the plastic with it, burned the plastic with it. So tin these two wires which are going to be soldered, tin them first. The other one also I have to tin it. So here where we will solder is, this is important. See this capacitor? The outside is the positive, inside is the negative. So we will put both of the wires, we will solder both of the wires on this capacitor, the way that the positive will come outside over here, some way like this, and the negative we will solder inside some way like this. So it's okay now, perfectly soldered. And then put this cable inside a little bit and put the circuit in its groove, in its proper position where it should be. And keep in mind that it should not come in the way of the USB connection, because in future if we will use some USB cable, it should work. We will not ruin the original design. So by this way we just did it, and later on what I will do is I will secure it with the super glue or something like this, or epoxy. I will secure this circuit or this charger with, and now we are going to test it for the power. Just I am putting in the power supply here, and then my phone, of course I have to test with this thing. So if I am putting this cable in, just I have to show you. Yeah, now the phone is charging. You can see over here it's charging, and also I have to bring the charging status in front of you so that you will understand that the phone is charging now. Now you can see it's charging on AC. So this thing. So this was a repair. Hope it will help you. Thank you for watching. Keep on watching. Stay tuned. Subscribe and like.